During this time in prison, have you been surprised at how much support you've had from the community?
Yes, but I think the people support the truth.
There are even some people in Stacey Stites' family that believe you're innocent.
Yes.
Were you surprised that there are family members that have come out in your support?
Again, it goes back to the truth. I believe the people, the family, the other supporters support the truth. Why can't you support the truth?
For 22 and a half years, almost half of Rodney's life, he's been locked up in a tiny cell for a murder he says he didn't commit. Right now, he's actually on death watch, which means the lights are never turned off. He's watched 24 hours a day. Now, there are some new witnesses that judges and appellate judges have not heard. There's an insurance salesperson that has filed an affidavit. In November 1995, Stacey made the remark, quote, "I really don't know why I need life insurance since I'm so young." In response, Jim, in my presence, told her, "If I catch you messing around on me, I will kill you and no one will ever know it was me that killed you." Jimmy's ex-girlfriend's affidavit, he was verbally hostile to me, called me mean names, screams at me in public. He didn't like me going out with my friends. He was extremely prejudiced. He told me everything he thought about black people. They were all bad. Sergeant Mary Blackwell, he made a comment if he ever found that his girlfriend was cheating on him, he would strangle her. I looked over my shoulder at him and said, "Well, if you do that, they'll find your fingerprints all over her throat." And he said, quote, "I'll strangle her with a belt." Now, County Sheriff's deputy affidavit, I distinctly remember standing in the doorway to the viewing room next to Jimmy Finnell. Jimmy was looking at Miss Stites, and Jimmy said something along the lines of, "You got what you deserved." It's a leap from that to murder. Those things were murder, but he wasn't much of a fun date during that time.
I give credit to the great legal team that he has for continuing to find and creatively utilize these people that are coming out of the woodwork 20 years later. I love the one about the life insurance.
Dr. Phil, I got a lot to say, and some of this I can't quite figure out, so can only respond to what I can. And I appreciate the praise that Mr. Phillips gives us, because what we do at the Innocence Project is really try to get to the truth of the matter. And we've been as transparent as we could. You know, certainly Mr. Reed had agreed to talk to you. You know, we have not heard from Mr. Finnell. He took the Fifth Amendment before the trial when he was a suspect.
He testified in the trial back
exactly,
in 96.
after Mr. Reed...
He didn't need to testify again.
After the finger was pointed to Mr. Reed is the only time that he decided to waive that privilege. Jimmy Finnell was initially the key suspect in this case. We have a number of inconsistencies in what he told police, his best friend, a career law enforcement officer, about where he was.
Who appeared on CNN and later retracted his testimony.
He did not retract his
in
testimony.
your courtroom.
And he affirmed every bit of his testimony.
Well, the judge didn't buy it. I was sitting there watching.
Let him finish. He let you talk.
I think we're getting an idea of what's going on here. I mean, we even heard from Miss Lear, as brave as she was to come out here, and then the first thing that Mr. Phillips does is try to minimize the responsibility that Jimmy Finnell was taking for that. We want to get to the bottom of this. The forensic evidence shows that Mr. Reed's guilt is impossible.
Didn't Jimmy take polygraph tests?
Yes.
He took 2.
I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2.
He took 2.
Okay.
And in both of them, he was asked directly. They were one-issue polygraphs, which tell me...
9 questions.
And, pardon me?
There were 9 questions, which is not an appropriate way to do polygraph.
It was one issue, right? And he failed both of those tests, correct?
I'm not sure whether it was 1 or 2. Was it 2?
2.
Doc, he only failed one question. The question was, did you kill Stacey Stites? No. That's where the failure came in. Yeah. So
can we all agree
that... And those are not admissible for good reason.